story begins in the 1980s. It is about a luxury hotel that was once a safe place for rich and famous people. A hotel known for its glamour and big parties. But slowly, it got a bad reputation. A powerful gangster moved in and started doing bad things. He hid all his money there. Due to safety concerns, famous people stopped visiting. Then one day, the owner's wife was found dead, and the owner disappeared. No one could figure out what happened that night, and the hotel was closed forever. It turned out that the gangster was also killed, and all his wealth was buried there. Years passed, and a girl decided to go inside. When she entered, it was completely dark. Suddenly, an invisible force knocked her to the floor and started dragging her by her feet. She tried hard to see what was dragging her in the dark, but when she finally saw it, she fainted. In the present day, we see a girl named Dayan who runs a video channel with 5 friends. They tell their viewers they are doing something new. They prepare a huge stunt, and one by one, the whole group jumps from a moving train. This was very dangerous, and all the passengers were shocked. They jumped onto the tracks while the train was moving. It passed over them, but they pressed against the wall and saved their lives. Despite this crazy stunt, their video didn't get many views, and the team was very sad. They worked hard and took big risks, but got nothing from it. Then, Rick gives them a big surprise with a new plan. He found the map of the Paragon Hotel, the same hotel that closed years ago. He explains that this hotel is very famous and everyone knows the gangster's money is hidden there. He tells them many people went inside to look for the money, but no one ever returned. People say a demon lives there and hates visitors. After hearing this story, the team gets very excited and agrees to make a video there. They know that people who want to find the gangster's money will watch it, along with people who love ghost stories. While talking, they get a notification for a video. When they watch it, they feel terrible. It is about a friend who left them to join a new team because they stopped him from stealing a painting. He also makes fun of their low views, which makes everyone sad. They start planning their new video. A few days later, when their plan is ready and they are about to leave for the hotel, a man comes into their room. His name is Frank. He introduces himself as a news reporter and explains that he came because he saw Dayan's post. He always wanted to cover the Paragon Hotel story, but he never had the courage to go alone. Now he wants to join them. The idea isn't bad. He already knows a lot about the Paragon Hotel, but they are afraid to take him, thinking he might be a secret police officer. But Dayan says they shouldn't worry about that. She says, it's important that this guy knows the hotel better than us. Taking him will be very helpful and will get lots of views. Finally, after a short drive, they arrive at the Paragon Hotel. All the windows are boarded up. How could they get inside? Frank tells them about a tunnel that leads inside. They walk through the large tunnel for a while, but further ahead, the tunnel is blocked and they feel hopeless. Then Vern notices another small tunnel. It is so small that they have to crawl through it. To get more views, they decide to go inside. A little further down, they hear strange noises. They turn on their flashlights and see rats. Not just a few, but thousands of huge rats. Cora is terrified of them. When Frank sees she is scared, he covers her to protect her from the rats as they crawl over them. Finally, they find a way out of the small tunnel. Inside, a power box sparks and a gate is blocked. They all split up and start looking for a way in. Cora breaks a lock and takes Dayan inside. She doesn't call the other three friends. Once inside, they all start recording on their phones. While Rick introduces the hotel to the viewers, suddenly many pigeons fly in. They hear the chandelier shaking above them, which scares everyone. Then, the chandelier breaks and falls. Thankfully, no one is hurt. Meanwhile, Dayan has reached the ballroom where she starts her live stream. Rick calls her, but Dayan hangs up. Then, she hears a strange noise in the room. She ignores it, thinking it might just be rats. But she goes to check anyway, and we see a scary hand behind her. Her phone falls from her hand, and the video cuts off. Back with the team, Rick notices Dayan is missing and worries about her. Rick tells everyone to go search for her. Meanwhile, Forrest is taking photos everywhere. He sees large claw marks on the wall. He gets scared and runs back to the group. In the background, we notice a dark shadow running behind him. When Vern shows these scary photos to the team, they realize something dangerous is happening, and their lives are in danger. Rick gets very nervous and tells the group to find Dayan so they can leave immediately. They make a simple plan to escape. Right now, they are deep inside the hotel. They decide to find the master key at the reception to unlock the main door. Some look for the key, while others search for Dayan. Suddenly, one of the girls gets her foot caught in a trap, and she screams loudly. Everyone runs toward the scream and sees her foot is badly injured. Together, they free her foot from the trap and decide to go to the hospital. But Rick says he won't leave without Dayan. Just then, they hear Dayan's phone ringing. Following the sound, they reach the next floor where they find a creepy tree. Many phones and cameras are hanging from it. They assume these belong to people who came to explore the hotel before them. And among those items is Dayan's phone. They quickly grab Dayan's phone and check the videos. But before they can figure out what happened to her, the phone's battery dies. Then they realize someone else is there. The next moment, strangers surround them. It is Jade's team, their old friend who joined another video channel. They came here after seeing Dayan's posts, but they aren't here to make a video. They think Rick's team found out about the hidden money and came to collect it. Jade's friends hold them at gunpoint and shout, "Tell us where the money is." No one knows about the money except Frank. When a gun is pointed at him, Frank reveals the truth. Earlier, introduced himself as a reporter, but he lied. His wife, Amanda, was the real reporter. She did a lot of research on this hotel. When it was open, his wife visited frequently, and she knew which floor the gangster lived on. His wife told Frank where the money might be. He explains, "A few months ago, my wife came here with a photographer to film a documentary about the hotel. But then she disappeared. I reported her missing to the police. I tried everything to find her, but the police gave up. When I saw Dayan's post, I found hope. I wanted to join your group to find my wife." While Frank is telling his story, Rick notices that the man with the gun is wearing his friend Ryan's handkerchief. Rick realizes Jade's team is responsible for Ryan going missing. Rick angrily attacks the man, but the man pushes him back, sending Rick falling over the balcony. Rick falls through the old, broken floor. lands in a deep pit. Rick's team is furious, but because the bad guys have guns, they cannot fight back. The bad guys ask Frank, "Where's the money?" Frank replies, "I marked it on the map and Rick has it." Music. Frank says this on purpose, hoping the bad guys will help rescue Rick. To get the map, they go downstairs and see a body across a large gap. They assume it must be Rick, but who can cross the large gap to check? Cora is a gymnast. She swings across using hanging wires and reaches the other side safely. But there she gets a huge shock. It isn't Rick. It is a skeleton of someone killed and dropped there long ago. She is terrified and wants to return. But the evil Jade cuts the wire because Cora insulted him earlier, and he hates her. Jade's team now takes Frank upstairs, and they hear strange noises coming from a closet in a room. They open the closet, and a scared girl comes out. Frank recognizes her as Bate, his wife's photographer. He asks about Amanda, but she doesn't answer. She just keeps repeating, "He's coming. He'll kill us all." Just then, they hear heavy footsteps approaching the room. They realize it is not a human. Jade's group quickly closes all the curtains. They turn off the lights, put on night vision glasses, and look around for the creature. Suddenly, a terrifying demon appears. It attacks Jade's friend by wrapping a large rod around his neck, killing him. Mac and Dodd start shooting at the demon to protect themselves, but none of the bullets hit it, and their guns run empty. The demon crawls up to the ceiling. Suddenly, the lights come back on, and they see that the bullets they fired have actually hit Bate. Meanwhile, we see Dayan wake up on a bed. The room is decorated with flowers. Creepy symbol is drawn on the floor with lit candles, as if a dark magic ritual is about to happen. Cora, whom Jade left behind earlier, is now searching for Rick alone. When she hears a noise from a room, she steps inside, and the door suddenly slams shut behind her. Someone grabs her arm, terrifying her. They pull her under the bed. It turns out to be Rick. He knows the demon is searching for them nearby. Cora, who doesn't feel safe under the bed, hides in the closet instead. Rick stays under the bed. The demon enters the room and opens the closet. It doesn't see Cora at first, because she climbs up high inside. Just as the demon looks up, someone attacks it from behind. It is Rick, who grabs a stick and hits the demon hard. But the attack does not hurt the monster. It only makes the demon extremely angry. The monster grabs Rick by the neck, giving Cora a chance to escape. Cora runs out to an elevator, but it isn't working. She finds the main power switch nearby. She turns it on and takes the elevator to another floor. There, she finds the security room where CCTV screens are showing all the rooms. From there, she can monitor the entire hotel. In this room, Cora finds old videotapes. When she plays one of the recordings, she learns a dark secret about the original hotel owner. In the video, the owner himself, Music, says he is terrified of dying. To live forever, he made a dark deal. He reveals, "I can escape death by becoming a demon, and the devil himself will help me. I must worship the devil, kill my wife, and eat her heart. But even that is not enough to become immortal. To fully transform, I have to eat the hearts of many people. After I kill enough victims, I must find a girl and force her to marry me. When she becomes my bride, I will kill her, rip out her heart, and eat it. Only then will I be free from the fear of death? Cora learns from this video that the demon roaming the building is the hotel owner himself. He hunts people to rip out their hearts and eat them. He kept Dayan alive because she is his final victim. He plans to marry her, then kill her and eat her heart. On the CCTV screens, Cora sees Dayan trapped in that decorated room, while Jade's group has finally found the hidden money, but they don't know the demon is coming to kill them. Back in the decorated room, Dayan finds a journal that tells her the exact same dark truth about the owner that Cora just learned from the tape. Dayan is horrified, but before she can escape, the demon enters. The monster stares at her and then leaves to handle the intruders. The monster now reaches the thieves, stealing the money. He attacks a girl in the group. He chokes her, and then, using his sharp claws, tears open her chest, rips out her heart, and eats it. Cora watches this brutal scene on the cameras and is deeply terrified. One of the thieves manages to run away, but the demon quickly hunts him down. Then Cora sees Frank and Vern standing in a hallway. The demon is heading right toward them. Just then, she notices a dead body on the floor with a walkie-talkie. Cora remembers she also has a walkie-talkie, connects to their radio, warning them, and guides them to a safe place to hide. Once they are safe, Cora tells them, "You have to come up here immediately. I am in the security room." But there are no stairs leading up, and the main elevator is broken. Cora tells them they have to climb the elevator shaft manually. Frank says Vern should climb up the ropes first. Once Vern reaches the top, Vern and Cora can pull Frank up. Vern climbs up safely, but suddenly, the demon enters the area below to kill Frank. If Frank tries to climb now, the monster will grab him. So Frank tells Vern to drop the heavy elevator on the monster. Though they don't want to, they drop the elevator at Frank's command. The crashing elevator crushes the monster, trapping it. Luckily, Frank survives the crash. He radios Vern and Cora, telling them to wait for him upstairs, and that he will find another way up. As Frank explores the floor, he spots a dead body inside a room. He stops and goes inside. Looking closely, he realizes it is his missing wife, Amanda.